Adam 22's worst crash out. What up? We got another reaction/breakdown video. I got sent this clip so many times after losing an argument to Almighty Suspect for 8 minutes or more. This is what Adam 22 only response is to why he has more hip hop knowledge than Almighty Suspect.
What you're doing right now because it's so transparent.
Perception. Quote me, nigga.
It's so
you tried
transparent.
To say white. You tried to say that I said you don't know shit because you came in this house a white man in 32. That's not what I said. I never said white. And then I get.
He did not say that. He did never say that. Adam 22 just wanted him to say that, so he kept trying to fill it in. Hopefully that Almighty Suspect would miss it, but he never missed it. He kept correcting him every time he tried to throw it in and sneak it in as if Suspect said that.
I gave you an example of a white man who's actually been in it, who knows more than you. That's why I said white. You said white. Let's know.
Do you notice that not once in this argument have I flexed my accolades?
You just said white.
Which is that?
It sound like that's what you want to do.
Suspect, here's a question.
Not rapping.
Who has created the most successful podcast on the West Coast in the history?
Making a hip hop. Who created the most? Nigga, that is not an accolade in hip hop, bro. You were the biggest fan. It's all right. Now, hey, listen here. Listen here. I'm done letting people think because they have success that they're gonna think that their success is like totally different than what the reality is. You were a fan. You were the maximum fan that said, I'm gonna follow around and try to meet and interview rappers. I'm not just gonna go so support. I wanna ask my deepest questions on camera. You are not in hip hop, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I actually am a supporter of Adam 22 and what he built of No Jumper, bro. But when it comes down to you flexing this on Almighty like you making the biggest pop, bro, you were a biker that the blogs wasn't working. So now you transition, and who got you the interviews that is quote unquote your biggest? Was it you reaching out, or was it the people you had around you that you're not giving no credit? Let's talk about the people that you're not giving credit. When Remo gets away from No Jumper, will he get the credit that he deserves? Because I see the other people, the community clips, the back on face are not getting their credit for the people they got on your podcast when you say that you've had West Coast on the podcast. Who got you West Coast? Who made you West Coast?
I knew you were finna do
But
this.
you don't rap.
I knew Cole was about to do
That's
that.
different. Being a spectator.
Look at him moving the goalposts. Now you don't rap.
Let me give an example.
Who is the most successful person in the media space on the West Coast of the last 10 years?
Let me give an example.
No, that's the hardest question.
It's a brand. That's like, I don't even know what's that like. I don't understand how he's relating owning a podcast at a high level. Like, you're good at marketing, you're good at branding, you're good at controversy, you're good at knowing what sells. That has nothing to do with knowing hip-hop. This is what has everything to do with growing a business. You're very good at growing a business, but you're not good at hip-hop. Like, let's make it make sense. Adam 22, this is your worst crash.
Let me give an example.
You tell me. No, I want you to answer me. Who's the most successful person building a media platform on the West Coast?
On gangs.
No, stop. One mic.
What's the name of OG Crit?
One mic.
You get what I'm trying to say? How is the spectator? How is the spectator more knowledgeable about the person who's actually involved in it?
One mic.
How?
One single mic.
It doesn't make sense.
Individual
I'm
mic.
Talking.
One mic.
It doesn't make sense.
One mic.
How is the spectator
no,
more knowledgeable than the person inside it?
Okay, are you done?
This is the problem when you try to like bully people because you own the building. Bless me. This is the problem. You feel like you're just gonna bully around one mic. That's a fucking joke, bro. That's a joke. You're a joke. You believe you are hip hop. It's a joke. The one mic is a joke. They equivalent to the equal. A joke. Because you really believe you owning and being good at marketing and branding makes you hip hop. Obviously, West Coast has been a drought in having culture-owned media, having culturally owned good marketing, good branding. That's the reason that LA has a hard time expanding to other black cultures. That's not LA. You filled in a very dry market. That's like saying, who got the best drugs in town? When you're the only one selling drugs in town. Like, you do, bro. You got the best drugs because you're the only one.
Suspect.
How is Street TV more knowledgeable than a Crip his whole life? Because he's been spectating Crip shit for a long time. That'll make you more knowledgeable than a nigga who was born in it.
That's insane. Suspect.
How is that insane? A nigga who's
The guy who's a gang expert who gets hired by the government to consult them on gang activities and trials is more knowledgeable than just a random dude.
So he can tell you more about.
And that's the problem right there, because he don't understand from inside the culture. Only if you're a member, you're allowed in certain rooms. Only if you're a lieutenant, a certain high level of them certain organizations, you're even allowed to hear these conversations. So no, someone that's documenting will never get the inside of the conversations between the closed doors of the inside, the safe conversations. These conversations are literally going to the grave with people. That's what Adam 22 is not understanding as a spectator. He think, I'm going to hear everything from my computer screen and I'm going to get all the dots to connect. No. What you're doing is piecing together a puzzle with 50 pieces out of 100, and you're thinking like, good enough. And that's mostly good enough for the internet. But at this point, Almighty Suspect is someone that actually have lived that life. He understands that, no, you guys think you have everything, but you never have everything. And you're comfortably sitting in idiocracy thinking that, oh, I have all the pieces. You are the genius that thinks he's a genius, which obviously makes you a fool, because a genius understands himself to be a fool.
Insanes than you. A nigga who been spectating and
no, but he could tell more about the entirety of the culture.
No, he can't.
Yes.
No, he can't. He can't tell you more about insanes than a spectator. How?
So the guy who studied it for his entire life.
They talking about two different things.
Y'all talking about two different things.
That's what I'm trying
his
to
problem.
tell you.
But he doesn't want to talk about what I'm talking about because he knows it's over.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you got to get him with the okay, buddy. Hey, listen here. Adam 22 is literally, you can't argue with somebody that just like doesn't look straight. Like he's like, I'm looking at you, but he's looking up there. He's looking down there. And it's like, it's not making sense, bro. You don't make sense.
His whole argument is that I don't get to have an argument.
I've been saying that, bro.
A person who could.
You're not on mic.
Oh, shit.
No, but I mean, you could get on mic, but you're not on mic.
All right, we got P-Nice in the building.
Shut up, P-Nice.
What's up, guys?
What's up, G? How you doing?
Y'all both saying some real shit.
So
The whole thing is Adam 22 has now twisted it and turned it. That's why he don't want to witness what Almighty Suspect is saying. He knows what Suspect is saying. He was wrong from the start. Now he's trying to move the goalposts to where now I'm right. No. You move the goalposts, buddy.
A person like you were saying, Adam, a person that studying this shit, they would know a lot. Probably a lot more than the person that's been actually banging this shit.
Because he watching
Because they studying it.
Because the average dude from your hood,
they probably asked him, they probably asked you, getting all the information that they need. But as far as experience,
right?
I go with you. You feel me? A nigga don't got experience on a nigga who studied. You feel me?
But the
it's
thing
like,
is,
it's like a football coach.
We're talking about the average gang member, and my argument is that the average dude from your hood does not know a lot about what's going on outside of his immediate area.
That's what makes us
sure.
That's what makes us.
If you're a gangbanger in Long Beach, you have absolutely no reason to know what the fuck is going on in the valley.
See, the thing is, they're like that's the problem with this conversation, bro. Because now they're doing this mirroring conversation thing of where it's like gang members, and then but it's this hip hop conversation. It's not the same thing, because if you're born in hip hop, your family's in hip hop, then they're not only listening to hip hop, they're literally is a student of the game. They're showing you, oh, the blues, the jazz, the rock, where these people started, where this started, where this beat originated from in 1950, 1940. This is all a part of a hip hop historian's upbringing. So that is what Almighty Suspect is fighting. He's fighting that I was surrounded and drowned in hip hop as if it was the ocean. Not just saying, oh, I was just listening to battle raps and I'm thinking I'm that young gangster kid in the raps. No, he was surrounded by an historian of hip hop. Adam 22 will never be able to equip that, because he is just someone that is using hip hop as a monetary gain. He's gaining from this.
More than it does, though.
Who cares? Some of them might know.
You saying
it's very rare.
You saying you cover the world on it type.
Right.
You saying he could cover The exact thing.
entirety of
But
even
you
just
saying
this
you could cover
city
the world of it.
is a very specific
That's
skill.
what he's saying.
And the average
But you
gangbanger
like-
is not going to go out of their way to get that skill because it would be totally useless to them.
It both makes sense, bro. Because
Yeah.
a nigga
Y'all
can't
both.
tell.
It only makes sense because Adam's paying the bills, and it's okay. And the almighty suspect looking at the camera right now. Hey, look, bro. I understand, bro. Y'all understand, bro. You between a rock and a white place. A white and a rock place. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till the next video, man. I'm out. Peace.